Are you trying to be a better wrestler and looking for some ways you can train at home and get better even if you can't get to a gym? Well, this video today, I'm gonna break down the best 5 bodyweight exercises for wrestlers. Let's get into it. Hey there, Brandon Smitley here from Thirst Gym, and I am a former wrestler, and I can tell you, I wish I would have had something like this behind me to help me be a better wrestler. But I get it, sometimes you can't always get to the gym, so what can you do from a bodyweight perspective that's going to let you improve your performance and win more matches? Well, in today's video, I'm going to help you do just that. We're going to talk about my 5 favorite bodyweight exercises for wrestlers, and these are things you should be able to do anywhere, at home, maybe at a park, outside, somewhere with just a little bit of equipment like some chairs and things. Are going to go a long way. But if you happen to be in the gym, doesn't mean you shouldn't stop doing these exercises, because you can implement these in your normal training routine that you're doing in the gym as well. Let's talk about them. All right, the first exercise I love here are good old-fashioned dips. And the reason I like this is because it's going to put an appreciable amount of size on the upper body. Now, again, normally I would kind of pick push-ups, but chances are you can knock out a lot of push-ups with your body weight. So the dip is a good alternative to be able to make the exercise harder without any extra load. Now, clearly if you're in a gym like behind me, then definitely you can add some load if you can. But otherwise, dips are something you could do at home between like 2 chairs, 2 couches, anything you can put your hands between. You're going to be able to do some quality dips. Now, the reason I like dips for wrestlers are because when it comes to hand fighting and being in a good position, we're having to push people out of the way, and we're also going to be arm fighting and pummeling. And so this is going to stimulate that, but get us strong in the upper body from those pushing exercises. So I'm obviously showing you here in a gym today, but you can do this between chairs or parallel bars at a park, something like that. But the key thing here with our dips, we want to make sure we come down, break 90 degrees, and explode back up, being in a good, strong position. And the reason I like this, it's going to develop the elbow, develop the triceps at the elbow, but also just develop that big, quality, meaty aspect of your tricep. You're also going to get a lot of pecs, and then you're going to get some extra shoulder mobility out of it as well. Now, if you do have some really cranky shoulders, this may not be the exercise for you, but chances are if you're wrestling, you're probably okay. And we want to actually train through those full ranges of motion so that our shoulders are bulletproof for when we actually go to wrestle. So again, if you happen to be here and you don't have any kind of weight, you're just going to do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets, as many as you possibly can. If you happen to have a way you can add some load, then you can drop that down to where you're doing sets of like 6 to 12. But at the end of the day, just make sure you're hitting some quality dips. The other thing you can do if you don't have any weight, you want to intensify these, you can actually slow your tempo down. So you can go 1001, 1002, 1003, and then explode up. Be fast, explosive through each rep, and that's going to drop your reps down a little bit, but also can work on the power and the eccentric loading of that musculature. All right, the next exercise I really love for wrestlers is the handstand push-ups. This is going back to that upper body pushing perspective, but at the end of the day, as a wrestler, you are having to work overhead, whether you're actually pushing underneath arms, you're bent over and trying to push yourself up, so you're in the bottom position and you're trying to work back up to your feet, you're actually pushing yourself up or vertically overhead. And so this is a great overhead pressing variation that you can do without any kind of equipment. Again, you're just going to need a wall or something you can put your feet up against. Now, if you do happen to not have enough strength to be able to do this, I'll show you an alternative as well. Or if this is incredibly easy, you just put your hands on blocks or something to elevate your hands, get a bigger range of motion, improve that shoulder mobility as well. So all you're going to do is just come over to the wall, start from your hands, walk yourself up, and then you're going to actually push yourself all the way up and back down. Tap your head and come back up. So notice that I'm trying to push myself up here. Now, if you don't have the strength to do that, all you have to do is bring your feet all the way up here to a V position, come back up and back down. So this variation is much easier for me, but if you can't get a couple reps here with the wall, that is a nice, easy alternative. So again, you're just going to do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets for as many reps as you possibly can. And again, if you're trying to improve the difficulty, just put your hands on blocks and you should be able to do them as well. The other thing I've seen is that people will kip while they do them. While I'm not a big fan, if you have no other way to be able to do them, did a couple more reps, that's obviously also another variation that you can try. But again, from an upper body perspective, these 2 exercises I've talked about are going to be great for helping you with hand fighting, pushing things out of the way, and just getting a good quality upper body push exercise from home or anywhere that you might be training. All right, the next exercise I love here is a lateral step down. Now you're going to need something you can stand on, but you just need your body weight. The other option here, I will also show you a skater squat or a pistol squat. So all three of these exercises will kind of fit in the same family, kind of depends on what you have, but I generally drift towards the lateral step down because we can get a bigger range of motion from this exercise. It's a much more scalable as well for most athletes. So I'm standing next to a rack as support, but you could literally use a dowel rod or something as support as well. But from here, I'm gonna keep my other leg to the side of the box, and I'm just gonna do a single leg squat from this position. So I'm gonna go down as low as I can, own that position, push back up. So here, down, push. Trying to make sure I'm pushing through this leg nice and hard. Control, boom. Now, if I would be able to do my other legs a little bit stronger, I'd probably be a little better. But here, notice how that resembles a pistol squat, but I'm able to bring my legs straight down. I'm in a good deep range of motion, quads, ankle mobility, lots of strength here from a single leg perspective. When it comes to wrestling and we're having to actually do something, if we get in up on a high crotch or something and we're actually needing to push sideways from one leg, or we're here fighting away hand control, we're pushing off one leg, right? So that's why we need that single leg strength. So again, if you can't do the lateral step down, the next option would be a skater squat. So what you'll do from there, you'll have your foot completely flat. You're just gonna take your arms and reach out, come back, and then drive up. Here, drive up, trying to pull yourself up with that leg. The other option, again, in between these kind of two, is the pistol squat, which I really suck at, so I'm actually gonna hold on to something. But you can hold on to something here, leg's gonna stay straight, and you're gonna go down as low as you possibly can. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this guy. You're gonna go down as low as you possibly can here, if I can actually do it, here, and then back up. All the way down. You can use something for assistance. See if I can do one without assistance here for you. You're gonna go all the way down, reach your hands forward, and then back up. So you can tell something I definitely need to work on, but as a wrestler, those give you 3 different options that you can do to improve your lower body strength with a decent amount of load. So again, same thing, I really like this for 3 to 5 sets, about as many as you can get on each side. Notice which leg is not your strong side. For me, it's definitely your left. You can hammer out some more sets and reps on that side to get stronger as well, but definitely make sure you're having some kind of one of these 3 single leg family exercises together to improve your single leg position from the bottom or you're finishing your shots. All right, the 4th exercise, and probably arguably one of the best ones you can do. That's why I kind of got it number 2 on my list as best ones, is the chin up or the pull up. As a wrestler, having a strong upper back, strong grip, being able to pull in legs, pull in arms, hold positions, bring athletes back down to the mat, hold them there, you've got to have a strong back. So whether it be the good old-fashioned pull up with your arms away, all the way up, or whether it's the chin up, palms towards you, all the way up, all you got to be able to do is find some kind of bar to be able to do these from. Many times you can go to a park and probably do them as well, and you can just knock out as many as you possibly can, again, for 3 to 5 sets. The reason I really like this exercise is because of how well it develops upper body strength. I think there are certain standards you need to get to if you're a wrestler. I think if you're a middleweight to lightweight guy, you need to get to the point you can knock out 15 to 20 chin-ups if you want to really make sure that your upper body strength is where it's at. If you happen to be one of those heavyweight guys, especially if you're looking to go wrestle in college, you're going to make sure you're going to be able to knock out at least 10 of them, okay? So this is definitely a good indicator of just overall upper body strength, but also upper body success in the wrestling room. Now, the way you can mix this up is if you happen to be a strong athlete and you're just tired of knocking out reps after reps, you could do different eccentric loading as well. So you could do them explosive like we talked about with the dips, and then coming down, so you can actually develop that power as you're actually going to do like a snap down or trying to pull something in hard. You're gonna have to be explosive and be strong. So you can vary your reps here with your tempos and the different kind of explosiveness that you can do to make it a little bit more specific as well. But you've got to make sure you're doing chins and pull-ups in your programs. All right, the final exercise, probably the most important one, develop some lower body power, or what I like to call tuck jumps. Now, the reason I love the tuck jump is because you don't need any kind of hurdles, boxes, you literally just need some space. And this is great because it's gonna develop our lower body power, develop some extra abdominal strength, it's gonna improve our overall athleticism, our mobility, just a good full body exercise. So all you're gonna do in space is just jump as high as you possibly can. As you do that, you're gonna bring your knees up as high as you possibly can, and you're just gonna keep going for reps. So just here, trying to get up as high as you possibly can. This works great because it's going to, again, develop that lower body power. We're in that knee tuck position. We've got to be mobile as wrestlers. We've got to be able to be in different positions and be strong, develop explosive abdominals as well in different spots. So You can do these with a variety of ways, so you don't have to just jump vertically. You could jump side to side, going back and forth. You can even mix in rotations, quarter turns with them, so that you can actually get more athletic with these exercises as well. So again, I think it's the best exercise that you can possibly do, because again, you don't need any kind of equipment. There's no excuse that you can't do this exercise somewhere. So how you implement it, you're gonna do 3 to 5 sets, ideally of 5 to 10 reps. But if you're doing some of these different variations, you might drop those down a little bit. You wanna give yourself ample rest. As you can tell, I'm kind of out of breath from doing them, but because it's a power exercise, we wanna make sure that we get enough rest to get a high quality effort. If you wanna take these to the next level, go outside and you can actually do these up a hill, which would be more of a broad jump, but as you do it, bring your knees up so you continue to go up that hill. That would be a top tier level way to improve your overall athleticism. I just don't have a hill inside my training facility. All right, that's gonna wrap up today's video of my top 5 bodyweight exercises for wrestlers. These are exercises that you should be able to do just about anywhere. You might have to get a little creative, like with the dips, finding some chairs or a bar to be able to do the chin-ups, but overall you should be able to take a couple of these exercises and implement them into your workouts, either before practice, after practice, at home, during the off season. You can definitely use these year in and year out and continue to get better as an athlete. So you don't need an awesome strength conditioning facility behind me. It would certainly help, and I do think having absolute strength is incredibly important, but I understand some people just need to get started somewhere, and so that's where this video is here to help you today. So if you happen to like today's video, do me a favor, smash that like button, leave a comment, share it with a friend, subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you at the next video.